This cooking with Kaya controversy is so funny to me because it's not really a controversy. I've seen internet controversies before, and I was like, okay. And I was like, you know what? I can see why people are upset, or I can see how this thing started. The only thing Kaya is doing, she says stuff like, I can take your man if they eat Kaya's chicken or Kaya's steak or something like that. And it actually looks really good. So if you don't know, Cooking with Kaya, she's a TikToker. And I think she started uploading videos in 2023. And she discovered a niche. So if you go on TikTok, there's endless videos of young ladies bopping around, walking around, dancing around. They turn around and show how big their behind is and all that stuff, and they shake and they twerk. So you can see endless videos like that on TikTok and Instagram. Kaya did something that's different. She does that in the very beginning, so she shows off her body and all that stuff. She's holding a plate of food, and then she might say like I can take your man, blah blah blah. But then she actually shows you how she makes the meal. Now it's sped up. She uses music. It's sped up. The one thing newer that she's doing in her videos now is that she's actually adding ingredients. And I hopefully down the road she'll actually tell people how to put these things together. But it's really good. It's sped up videos. She shows you exactly how she cooks something, which is fantastic. So I think the problem is that she had a big male fan base, and women don't seem to like it, which is so weird to me. Because what about the sisterhood? I thought we were supposed to all support black women. That's what I've been told. This is so insane to me. The crazy thing about this is Kaya is doing nothing different that we've been seeing from Megan and Cardi B and Glorilla and Sexy Red and Lotto, Big Mama, like Lotto, where they've all done the same thing. They got nice bodies. They shake their booty. They do all this stuff and they rhyme. The only thing Kaya's doing is she's doing the same thing they're doing, but she's just cooking. And here's a tip, ladies. If you got a skill, maybe you're not a cook, maybe you're an HR person or or a baker or a woodsman or a crafts maker. I'm telling you, don't listen to these women who are mad. Listen to Unk. You can monetize on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube if you just do the same thing Cardi and Megan's doing, and then you actually have a skill that people can actually use. Kaya is really a godsend to a lot of women because I believe you can have tax tips with Kaya, right? So it's tax season coming up, right? Let's say you're an accountant and you haven't been able to find a job. You can do the same thing Kaya's doing. You can have a nice body, shake your thing a little bit, and says, if you're thinking about your 401k for tax season, these are things you need to look out for. I'm telling you. If you're a law student or something like that, you can't get a job on YouTube. You can make so much money as a lawyer to give out law tips. So let's say you do the same thing. Lawyers with Kaya. You dance around, you dance like Cardi B a little bit. And you say, if you think about divorce, these are things you need to look for. Step 1, 2, and 3. I'm telling you, you'll make so much money. Kaya is giving you the blueprint. It's so crazy. Like at the early of this decade, we had WAP with Megan and Cardi. And Cardi was like, I don't cook, I don't clean, which I don't really believe. I think Cardi does clean. And I think Cardi does actually cook. But from a marketing standpoint, she said that. And women's like, yeah, girl, I don't cook, I don't clean. That's fine. That was fine for the first half of this decade. Moving forward for the second half of this decade, you better at least learn how to cook. Cleaning, it would be great if you clean. But if you know how to cook, I'm telling you, you're going to win. I think young ladies today, during this whole Cardi, Glorilla, Sexy Red, Megan era, they've all believed the only thing you need to have is a big behind, long eyelashes, and that's all you need to get a dude. Yes, to get a dude, because guys do like attractive women. You can get a dude like that initially, but to keep that guy, that's a totally different thing. Kaya is actually showing you the blueprint. At the end of the day, ladies, dudes like to eat. It's like that old Chris Rock joke from Bring the Pain. He said, only thing I need is you to feed me, screw me, and leave me the hell alone. And it's always been this way. It's like my generation, the younger generation, my daddy's generation, dudes just like good loving, good food, and just kind of leave them alone for a little bit. Guys are not that complicated. Women always act like dudes are really complicated. Dudes aren't really. Not really. And we all need to eat. I'm sure there are times when women are saying, where's Jamal at? And you call for Jamal and you don't know where he's at. You might think he might be screwing around with somebody. He might not be screwing. He might actually be over some other woman's house, but he might not be screwing around. He might be enjoying a nice meal. He might be like this. This is good fried chicken. Is that paprika? I think I taste paprika. Can I have a doggy bag to go? I'm telling you, some dudes might not be screwing around on you. They might be eating some other woman's food. Back in the day, there used to be a term for if it was a young lady and she was just kind of out there, right? Out there in them streets, and dudes knew that, they would call her fast and loose, right? But today, everybody, male, female, doesn't matter. Everybody's out here. It's a hookup culture today. Everybody's getting together. So if everybody's getting together, no matter who it is, what's the equalizer? Cooking. There's so many people, men and women, but a lot of young ladies and even older ladies who say like, I don't cook. I don't know how to cook. Well, even though there's all these cooking channels, all this stuff, and they're very proud about not cooking. And if you don't want to cook, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I'm not criticizing you for that. But I'm telling you, dudes are very simple. And if you know how to cook fried chicken, baked chicken, steak, shrimp, lobster, pasta, spaghetti. The thing about Kaya is she can really, now I don't know how her food actually tastes, but it looks very, very delicious. And there was a crazy story, like allegedly, that there was a guy and he watched her channel and he saw what she did. He cooked a meal for his girl and he gave it to his girl. And I guess maybe she liked it at first. And then I guess she asked him, how did you do this? And it's like, I got it from cooking with Kaya. And she got mad, allegedly. Ladies, I am telling you, don't get mad if your dude got this from cooking with Kaya. He might do the same thing for somebody else. And that other woman might say, oh my God, where'd you get this from? Cooking with Kaya. Oh, okay, well, whatever. This tastes good. If you're a woman who can't cook and your dude is actually learning how to cook from cooking with Kaya, then if he actually loves you, he doesn't mind you if you don't know how to cook. He's just watching these videos, learning how to cook from her. This might actually help your relationship. You don't have to learn how to cook, but I'm just saying, if he does meet someone and she's appreciative of the fact that he actually made the attempt of cooking, that goes a long way. I think sometimes women don't think dudes have feelings. Guys have feelings. We just don't talk about it. We don't emote at times. We might not express ourselves all the time, but we do have feelings. So if a dude cooks something for you and you jumping all over him because he watches Cooking with Kaya, or he's just watching the videos and you're mad about that, it's like, why are you mad? As long as he's with you, that's all that counts. Now, if you're in the same city as Kaya and you know that you saw them together in person, it's like, oh, what's going on there? That's totally different. I can understand you being a little jealous if you feel like something's going on between your dude and Kaya, if she's in your city, and or if you find the text messages or phone messages between Kaya and your dude, then I can understand why you're being upset. But if she's wherever, I don't know what she sees. If she's far into another city and your dude loves you, and let's say you don't cook at all, but he loves you, what's the problem? Guys are always going to like pretty women. I'm sorry, ladies. My dad liked pretty women. My granddad liked pretty women. That's how this works. We would all not be here if your daddy didn't like your mama. If our granddaddies didn't like our grandmamas. If our great-grannies didn't like our great-grandma. We wouldn't be here. Dudes are always going to find women attractive. But if they're with you, if they're dedicated to you, if they love you, and all thing they do is just watching this young lady's videos, what's the problem? It's fine. So shout out to Cooking with Kaya. I think she's doing a great service. If I can give her a bit of advice, I would say expand your videos, make them longer, do tutorials do like, there's like 10-minute videos on TikTok you can do, or at least 5-minute videos you can do. On YouTube, you can go forever and monetize, do a cooking book, write a cooking book, upload it on Amazon. You can do that. And hopefully I would love to see Kaya end up being on like a cooking show, some types, cooking competitions, because I think she got something special. Like a year from now, if she's still shaking her butt, that's fine. But I really want her to be like a full-fledged, almost like a Cardi, Rachel Ray, or Megan Thee Stallion, Martha Stewart. I really would love to see her long-term monetize and be even bigger. But in the meantime, congratulations, Kaya. Don't listen to these ladies. And ladies, learn how to cook. And dudes, if you like watching their videos, learn to cook as well. We need these skills going into 2025.